Consider for a moment what typically goes on in that place where you feel your life when someone reaches out and touches you with a heartfelt thank you. You see that gratitude in their eyes, and they're saying, thank you, in response to something you've done to bring a little bit of service into their lives. Now take that sense a little deeper and see if you can capture a sense of how you'd feel if you discovered that your simple thank you had touched the recipient's heart in ways so profound you could only stand in awe at the power of gratitude. Consider this story. You may know it. It's the story of William Steiger, a businessman who experienced a shattering emotional breakdown. His energies were depleted. His enthusiasm for life had vanished. He was depressed. He sought help but did not progress. Days passed until one day an insightful friend said to William, "When was the last time you singled out one of your acquaintances who has been gracious to you and expressed appreciation for that graciousness? When's the last time you've done that, William?" The question annoyed him initially, but he went home that evening, and in the isolation of his living room, he selected some stationery, and for the first time in 2 decades, he remembered a high school English teacher. He had not even thought of her in years, but she had taken an interest in him. She had helped him to discover a love for poetry he didn't know he had. She imagined that he might be worth something after all. He wrote her a simple letter. 3 days later, by return mail, a letter came from her. The tremulous handwriting of a long-retired teacher wrote, "My eyes are blinded with tears as I write. You are the first student in all my career who has ever written me a letter to express thanks." She continued, "I will keep it as long as I live." With her response to his letter in mind, he thought of someone else. And so he wrote another letter and another. He didn't even notice when he got well, as he discovered the joy of expressing his love and gratitude to others. Gratitude through praise and thanksgiving affirms a generosity of spirit that opens our minds and hearts to receive the just fruit of our willingness to serve as instruments for everything that nurtures and heals the creation. Gratitude affirms our recognition of and spiritual unity with the will of creative principle. And through that unity, our humanity is blessed with an ease of being and a lightheartedness of spirit that is a joy to behold and to experience. Consider Lois J. Whitehead's praiseworthy adventure in gratitude. Let's consider this. This is just a glorious story of gratitude. I awake to the aroma of coffee and cinnamon. In the bathroom, I find the toilet seat down. The tissue roll is full, and the toothpaste properly squeezed and capped. I brush my hair and it falls perfectly in place. When I enter the kitchen, the kids have already left for school, and my husband kisses me and leaves for work. On the table, a bowl of melon wedges, enormous strawberries and fat blueberries sit beside a plate of cinnamon muffins drizzled with honey and a steaming cup of coffee. After breakfast, I pick out the perfect outfit for work, and with only a touch of mascara, I look radiant. The car starts. The gas tank is full, and no tires are flat. On my way to work, the traffic flows smoothly, and every light turns green as I approach. I enjoy my day. My boss compliments me. Time flies. I return home, to a home even Martha Stewart would envy. God bless her. After kisses and hugs all around, I sit down with my loving husband and enjoy a gourmet meal created and served with smiles by my honor student children. After which, I look through the mail. No bills. Then it's off to the gym for an especially invigorating workout that leaves me glowing. On the way home, I stop for some groceries. Every shelf is stocked, every aisle is clear, and the checkout line moves ever so quickly. I arrive home just in time to greet the prize patrol from Publishers Clearinghouse. On these Thanksgiving occasions, we're typically encouraged to find our way into the experience known as Thanksgiving, the kingdom of God. Through praise and thanksgiving, we appreciate and we access that space. Now, this Thanksgiving, let me encourage you to play with the notion that rather than getting into the kingdom through praise and thanksgiving, as if we were outside it, what seems more in keeping with the true way of things is to recognize that our praise and thanksgiving is simply bringing back into our experience the experience known as the kingdom of heaven. We're never out of it. It's not something we've got to get to. It's something we have to remember. Let's just focus our awareness on that omnipresent blessing of the creative principle. It's never been anything but eternally available to all of us. The only thing that moves is our attention. And quite often it gets distracted from the truth of things. You may have noticed that. And that's where praise and thanksgiving play their vital roles. Not by opening a door for us into a kingdom of sacred abundance that's out there somewhere, but by bringing what's always there back into sharper focus, into remembrance through our prayers and our thanksgivings. When we praise anything, we recognize, acknowledging, and affirming its presence, and thus its source is Father, Mother, God. Through praise, grace is already entering into our hearts, minds, and experiences. When we give thanks, we are expanding our appreciation, our awareness of the source of all life. Small wonder that the Bible indicates that praise and thanksgiving will never fail to refresh our memory that we are now and always will be one with the source of all that is. The way of praise and thanksgiving is open to everyone, and it is spiritually wise to embrace its power. Simply direct your heart, direct your mind to praise and gratitude for everything the life source has blessed you with, and then watch. Watch in amazement at how quickly an unseen value comes into focus as your gratitude reveals the amazing variety of gifts each of us have been blessed with. Walt Whitman said, "I find letters from God dropped in the street, and everyone is signed by God's name." Thanksgiving is one of those signed letters. Anyone can open it and see what it says. This Thanksgiving, don't forget to check your mail, okay? God bless you and happy Thanksgiving.